Hi everybody, welcome to another Daily Digest video. I am Merriam, and today, as you can see from my opening hand, I am playing Scapeshift. But, as you can see from these two removal spells, I'm playing an innovative list of Scapeshift. This is a Jund list, plays a ton of removal, some Inquisitions, and importantly, most importantly, it has 4 Dark Petitions. Very easy to turn on Spell Mastery in this deck. It gives you 4 extra copies of Scapeshift, so you find the card more consistently. When you're on 7 or 8 lands, you can play Petition into Shift as long as you have Spell Mastery, so it seems to work out really nicely, and I'm going to see just how nice. Opponent has kept 7. I'm definitely going to keep my hand. This search will find me black mana. I'll buy time with some removal spells and hopefully Scapeshift them on turn 5 or 6. And I will keep. They want to die roll because they're so lucky. Wooded Foothills. This could mean anything. Sacred Foundry, Zoo, Goblin Guide. Okay, well, might be a little slow getting black mana against a burn deck. Ooh, okay. Yeah, we're gonna take too many hits, I think. We really need to draw Black Source next turn. Unfortunate that we did not have one in our opener. Also, if we find a Black Source next turn, then we can play a removal spell and then double removal spell on turn 3, and that's going to be really good. So, Black Source, please. We're going to find out right now. Yes, we did it! 2 lands! Oh, man. We are really doing it. Oh, yes. And I guess now I should Abrupt Decay. They missed a land drop, so that's good. We might have a little more time because of that. Yeah, what I'm going to do is get Abrupt Decay now, so I don't have to discard. Then get Mountain with the Search for Tomorrow, and get Second Swamp with the Verdant Catacombs, so I can play Terminate plus Fatal Push. And then this will be my second green source to cast Scapeshift. So let's do it. Normally you'd wait till they attack the Goblin God because you might draw an extra card, but if you have to discard a card in order to have a chance of drawing another card, you're not on the right side of the exchange. And we drew another land. Perfect. Need to get some ramp spells here to speed us up because our opponent's going to find land eventually. And I wanted to get Mountain here, so I will do that. Do I want to suspend that search, or do I want to wait and hardcast it next turn? So I'm on 4 now. Next turn I can search and get to 6, so I should just suspend it. So suspend. And now we're on 7, so we can just pass with our removal spells up. We're in 10, so even if they find a land this turn, if they go land, we're probably dead. But if they... Otherwise, I think we're in good shape. That's fine. Especially if there's no land here, because they can't deal 7 with 2 mana. Found a land again. Kill all your stuff. Have a million Scapeshifts. Kill all your stuff. Okay, well, our opponent had a bunch of creatures, which was actually good for us because we had removal. That'll go down to 1. Oh, and another basic land. Perfect. Play this tapped. And we will get to 7 mana next turn with our opponent at 17 life. So hopefully we don't get like Mountain Helix. That would be bad news. Suspend Riftbolt. Perfect. They're dead. Okay, all we needed was our opponent to only have 1 land, and for Goblin Guide to reveal more lands in one game than I may have drawn from it in my entire life. It was a lot, a lot, a lot. Let's leave the mountain in there for good measure. And, sure. Would I like to pay 2 life? No. Would I like to cast Scapeshift? Yes. Sacrifice. I feel like I'm about 50-50 to misclick this at some point. Ooh, didn't even make me. Didn't even test me. Okay, Duress seems great. And Worm Coil seems pretty good. I don't really want the expensive removal. Damnation might be good on some boards, but I think I would rather just have the spot removal. And I don't need that much of it. So we're down to 9 is plenty. We're just going to have a bunch of discard spells in our deck. I guess Liliana is actually good, right? It's okay. I just don't think this card's very good in this deck. I don't really want to discard cards from my hand. I need to make all my land drops. I think I just want to board that card out every time. It certainly can be good against burn if you have some clock to back it up, but my clock depends on having a critical mass of stuff, and Liliana gets in the way of that, so it's a bit counterproductive to its own ends. Not sure what they're going to be bringing in here. I imagine Burn doesn't have much. This matchup's usually pretty good for them because they win the race. I'm definitely going to keep this even though I don't have Scapeshift because I have a lot of early ramp. The question is how I'm going to sequence lands. I could fetch for Forest and suspend, then play Tribuilder off Mountain, use Tribuilder to get a Swamp, and play Inquisition that way. Because I don't think there's any rush in playing the Inquisition. If I was on the play, I would want to play turn 1 to tag a Goblin Guide, but hence maybe I still want to play turn 1 against Eidolon. But that can lead to some really awkward sequencing. Okay. I don't have a removal spell for Eidolon. I think Eidolon is a big problem, so I need to Inquisition early. And in that case, I'll just get basic Swamp. I think I'm going to Tribuilder on 2 and then Search plus Duress on 3. And there's the Eidolon. Perfect. They have a pretty land-heavy hand, which is great. I guess that means I want to fire off this Duress pretty soon. Because they're actually low on spells. But getting the Eidolon out of that hand is really nice. I think we're going to have plenty of time to try to find a Scapeshift. I might have so much time that I don't even want to shock myself with these lands. I can just go tap to land, go, next turn Search plus Duress, then Tribuilder. Oh, come on! Come on! Come on! Well, I'm definitely going to Duress now and just prevent myself from getting lava spiked. Oh, man. Come on. Draw the Eidolon. This is why I don't play with discard spells. Stomping Ground, Scalding Tarn in hand. We're still not in bad shape, but we do need to find a Scapeshift pretty quickly. Ugh. And yeah, I think we need to find it within a couple turns, actually. Um, Yeah, let's play this tapped and play this Tribe Elder. Now we're at 9. If they brick and draw a land here, we're going to go to 8 on this attack. Oh, come on. So now we're going to 2. So we're just dead. I guess I needed the damnation in my deck. Well, that didn't go so well. Yeah, I'm going to be 1 short of potentially drawing Wormcoil Engine. But yeah, the Searing Blaze was best possible. Well, that's disappointing, but it's the way it goes. This is definitely not a great matchup, but this build has a lot more tools, so yeah, S Damnation is good at clearing away creatures when they have Eidolon in play. Maybe it's better than the one Terminate. Sure, we'll try it out. This also takes me completely off of red cards, so I don't have to worry about getting red mana into play. Don't have to be tempted to shock myself. Surprised at how few fetch lands are in this deck and have so many. 12 shock lands. It's just so many. It also makes your mana worse. Like the fetch lands become tri-lands once you have shocks, whereas these are still only dual lands. So you're making your mana base more painful and less consistent. I would like to play first. How am I going to sequence this hand? I don't have any ramp, which is rough, but I have Scapeshift, so I think I have to keep, and I have some early interaction. I could duress turn 1 and see their hand, because that'll let me potentially save Fatal Push for an Eidolon. But I think the duress is going to be live so late that I think I just want to play tapped land go, and then next turn either Fatal Push or duress, and then duress again. They've mulliganed a 6 in bottom, so that's good. Yeah, I just don't think there's a point in taking any damage here. So let's play tapped land go. And hopefully Goblin Guide can draw me a card like he did so kind in game 1. Swift Spear. So now we saved ourselves a point by trying to hold up Fatal Push. This duress will still be good later. And interesting. I think I'm going to duress now. That way I'm not tempted to take 1 damage to help play around Eidolon. The only life gain I have is Wormcoil, which I don't think is going to be relevant because by the time I draw it, I'm likely to be Scapeshifting them. So I just want to reduce their efficiency, and I'll take the Lightning Bolt. So they have 2 lands, Spike and Crack. That's fine. Hopefully they draw a few more lands. And hopefully we draw some ramp spells. We got 4 total lands here between play and hand. Need to get up to 7, although our opponent has turn 1 Vantage, which might help them stay above 18. Which would be rough. Yeah, Spike. Now they definitely didn't draw Eidolon, so there's another upside to leaving the Spike in their hand. And kill your thing. Yeah, they're going to correct that fetch EOT, but 1 more fetch and they're going to have to get to 18. Do I want to hardcast this search or just suspend it? This will get me to 4. Is there any need to get that high on mana? Dark Petition, maybe? I'm not going to be able to Dark Petition anyway because I have Valakut in hand. So I think I'd rather suspend and hope to draw some more lands. These lands are pretty reasonable draws. Maybe I'm really supposed to cast it and try to draw more ramp spells to speed up. I have a feeling I'm going to lose this game with them at a virtual 1. The extra turn is so difficult, especially in this deck that has a lot of interactions. It's slower to get up. Hopefully they crack this fetch at some point. Ooh, Goblin Guide. Okay, so the Duress is going to force them to crack the fetch. So that'll at least get them to 18. That's good. Well, let's Duress them. Hopefully they have 2 spells in their hand, so this Duress takes something. But I feel pretty behind, even if I get them empty-handed here at 11. Okay, they drew Boris Charm, so now I'm going to be at 10. So this will take the Skull Crack. And play a land. Now I'll get a forest, and if I can draw a land, and they don't draw burn spell, they're dead. But once again, I've dressed them, seen their land count, and they've oh Jesus, Scapeshift, come on. Oh no, I guess I'm shuffling, so that's not bad. But I have more opportunities to get lands because of Goblin Guide. Forest. Okay, there's a land. See if they have a burn spell here. There it is. One more burn spell. Or Goblin Guide is short, Swift Spear is short, Eidolon is short. Okay, drew Swift Spear. So you just need to draw a land or any ramp spell. And there's a land. Perfect. We did it. Let's play this tapped. Play this tapped. Oh, I'm in my upkeep. Oh, I got a land off guide. Okay, sure. I'm getting excited here. Would I like to pay 2 life? No. I indeed have 7 lands, just making sure. They just conceded before even, yeah. I guess they know that I'm going to concede if I don't have it, but yeah, we did it. Barely erased our burn opponent. The Duresses and removal spells were quite good. Of course, got a little lucky to draw a couple lands, but you know, that it is what it is. Our opponent also drew 3 lands, all spells, which when you're a burn deck is quite good. So both of us had pretty good draws there at the end, and they were just a little bit short. Hope you enjoyed that one, and you can come back and see me on Friday. Bye.